Hi, this is Dr. Harris Jensen with video 2 in how to write a bestseller. And so this is for college students, and I'm here on the campus of University of North Dakota where I learned to be a writer. And we're talking about, in this video, how do you manage your time? So you're catapulting yourself into a professional level when you can go to college, have a job and a personal life, and then somehow find the time to write a book. Like, who does that? So how you do that is you write down what you're going to do for each class with to-do lists. You have a check circle and then a number, period, a due date line, and then write the item in to keep this motivational. And I didn't learn a lot of this until I was in med school and residency, but make the tasks 5 or 10, maybe 15-minute tasks, because that's going to keep it as a rewarding experience. When you're done, boom, you get to check it off. Now, are you even going to look at that to-do list? You might be thinking, God, Jensen, this is just a pain in the ass. Okay, then live your life at a lower level like everybody else, and then you'll be at the same level as they are in the job interview. I'm showing you how to hike up your level to a higher level of functioning, like professionals in every sort do, whether it's doctors, lawyers, architects. They all have to-do lists. And so keep a separate to-do list for personal stuff, school stuff, work stuff, and then another category is the book, because you're passionate about it. You value your time and your creative energies. And so with a to-do list, you're holding yourself accountable. Plus, it's a way of showing, hey, this is a big deal to me. Like, I'm really passionate about this. I really want to write this book, discover these things, and put it out there for the world to see. My first book sale was from someone in England, even though I'm a writer in Colorado. So you bet you're on the world stage and you earn it. So first, keep to-do lists. Then you probably won't look at them or write in them. So to make it a habit, keep it open on your desk. If you sit down in a library, or maybe you're even out here on the grass studying, sometimes I do that, put it on the grass. It's just a glance away. That keeps you focused and making the most of your time, and you're summoning, the peak performance of your intellectual energies. But then when are you going to do it? So then, in some fashion, have a day timer. A lot of people have gotten away from this, but again, it's a way of showing you really value your time, and you see the sequence of events you're going to cut loose on to make this happen. So you're gathering your energy and pouncing on activities when your day timer says you're going to do it. So that takes care of procrastination and disorganization. With your day timer, get one where when the pages open up, you see Monday through Sunday. One version is called Week at a Glance. You can get it at Office Depot, Office Max. And then again, keep it open on your desktop or in the grass, wherever you're studying. And then again, it's just a glance away. And this doubles your ability to focus, follow through, and get things done. Doubles, and you'll see it. So now you're maximizing your time. What about fun stuff? Yeah, write down in your day timer when you're going to go have fun. You can still have fun. To write my book, I still went elk hunting in Wyoming and trout fishing and salsa dancing. I just did it half as often. And a year later, I had a 400-page book done. I made the most of my time. You can do the same thing. There's no reason you can't. So these are time management secrets. When you organize your time, you should also be exercising. What does that do? It doubles the speed in your brain. As I go over in my book, Prescription for Positivity, when you exercise, you're releasing all kinds of brain chemicals. And here is the science building. This is where communications classes are now held. This is where in room 103 I lectured to the sports journalism class just yesterday at O'Kelly Hall. And this is where we would get out on break between lectures and play hacky sack. If we had an hour break, sometimes guys would just go out jogging on the grounds here. And that livens up your brain. How? Well, when you exercise hard, it triggers a release of acetylcholine. That's the key chemical for the brain's memory center. You're also releasing dopamine. What does that do? Heighten focus and a sense of pleasure, even feeling good in advance. So when you're trying to stay motivated, say, oh, it'll feel so good to get things done. And you're you're using the dopamine that you released when you were exercising. Even if it's just a walk for 10 minutes, you're going to release dopamine. Another chemical is serotonin. Serotonin supports a good sense of well-being. You're going to release noradrenaline. That, like dopamine, enhances motivation and pleasure, but also that kind of go-get-em feeling where you're gathering your energy to pounce on a project. You are also enhancing the brain's own marijuana-like chemical, and so that's going to help a sense of like time flying by, and you just don't care about what doesn't matter, the past, the future, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and that helps you focus on your goal for writing or reading. And so exercise plus great time management really catapults you into another level. And other people are sleeping in till 11 a.m., then they're surfing on Facebook and Instagram. Meanwhile, you're getting things done. Big time. Okay, watch out for lecture number 3.